David Sirota with yet another great article explaining the corruption of Christie. So Christie, of course, as the governor, gets to make decisions about the pension funds for the state of New Jersey and its workers. Now, conveniently, he has made decisions that enrich his Wall Street friends, and disproportionately so. Now, let's explain. Writing for the International Business Times, Sirota writes, under Christie, the New Jersey pension system paid more than $600 million in fees to financial firms in 2014, 50% more than a year ago, and a higher rate than almost any other state's reports paying for pension management. So, understand this. Somebody's got to manage the pension money, okay? So that's normal. And they're going to get a fee for that. They're not going to do that out of the goodness of their heart. Obviously, they're going to get a fee. The question is, what kind of fee are they getting? And does it make sense? Is it anywhere near the average? So let's take a look at the numbers. First of all, how has it gone under Christie? Take a look at this graph, okay? Now, Sirota mentioned it was 50% higher over the last year. But if you look at before Christie came in, it is significantly and massively higher than when Christie came in. I'll break down numbers exactly for you. The year before Christie became governor, they spent $125 million in fees, which is, significant, but it's a big pension fund they have in New Jersey. That makes sense. In 2013, Christie's been in charge for some time now. They spent a whopping $398 million, and then last year in 2014, over $600 million. So the rate of increase is gigantic. It's almost 5 times the size of what they spent before Christie came in. Now, you wonder why Wall Street loves Christie. How did Christie become one of the establishment Republicans who was leading in this race before all of these stories about corruption came out? Well, it's because the establishment Republicans who fund the Republican candidates love this corruption. That's why they give the money. Sometimes Republicans say, big government is corrupt. You're right. Question is, who corrupted them? These guys. Because in return, they get hundreds of millions of dollars. All right, more from the article here. In all, since Christie took office, his administration has spent $1.5 billion of retirees' pension money on Wall Street fees. Now, again, you need to pay some fees. So is that normal, $1.5 billion? Well, let's listen. Had the Christie administration maintained the fee level the state was paying in the year before the governor took office, the pension system would have saved more than $914 million. Think about that, man. Christie, with his decision to enrich his Wall Street friends, cost the state of New Jersey and the pension system for those retirees $914 million. I hope he enjoyed the donations that he got. Okay. Now, how is New Jersey in comparison to other places? Well, under Christie, the New Jersey pension system has delivered returns that have trailed the median for similarly sized pension funds. The state's high-fee alternative investment portfolio has also lagged behind the S&P 500. So, wait a minute. If you can't even keep up with the S&P 500, what are you paying all those fees for? If you're trailing the median for similarly sized pension funds, what are you paying all those fees for? The fees aren't getting you a better result. They're just getting a better result for the pocketbooks and the wallets of the Wall Street friends that Christie's decided to give those contracts to. All right, now more comparisons here. New Jersey taxpayers are now spending 67 cents on fees per $100 under management. That is more than triple the fee rate since Christie took office in 2010, and more than 50% higher than the median for state pension systems, according to a 2013 report by the Maryland Public Policy Institute. Not only are they paying more than other states, they're paying 50% more than the median for other states. So this is out of proportion. Last week, Christie's Pension Commission, and this is the thing that really rubs salt in the wounds here, Christie's Pension Commission released a report calling for cuts to guaranteed retirement income and health benefits for public workers. The report did not include trying to reduce financial fees among its suggested pension reforms. So after they spent all that money in fees to Wall Street fat cats, they then turn around and go, oh, we need reform. We don't have enough money. Okay, great. You want to reform the fees that Wall Street gets? No, no way. No way. That money keeps getting funneled over to Wall Street. Those are Republican donors. They need to be catered to. See, this is why they get upset at Obama, because this is the corruption that Wall Street is used to. And actually, Wall Street was the #1 donor for Obama in 2008. And he did plenty of favors for them. They did the bailouts. The Fed gave over $7 trillion in money that helped prop up the banking system. They did all that, but it wasn't enough. You should have done more corruption like this. You should have just given me pension funds to manage. I should get to charge exorbitant fees and deliver no results for you. Oh, Obama didn't do that enough. Christie, on the other hand, the guy who goes on the boardwalk, seems like the common man, yelling at people, pretending to be a tough guy, average guy. No, he's bathed in corruption. He was born in it, to quote Bain. All right. And finally, this, again, insult to injury here. The move obscuring the increase, and remember, they tried to hide some of these fees because they got embarrassed. Instead of fees, they called it an allocation. Oh, that's really different. So the move obscuring the increase in reported fees also comes on the heels of Christie telling New Jersey teachers, firefighters, cops, and other public workers that there are no alternatives to cutting their retirement benefits because the state pension system is so strapped for cash. There are no alternatives. And then they turn around and they say, oh, the Democrats and de Blasio are against cops. This guy's taking money out of cops' retirement funds, let alone the firefighters and the teachers. He knows that he's spending $914 million more in fees to Wall Street. And he says, oh, no, there's nothing I can do. Oh, I had to give them $900 million more in fees. I got to cut your pension. Vote for these guys at your peril. You think he's a common guy? You have no idea. The whole point of Christie is political corruption and crony capitalism.